Hello, everybody, and welcome back. Welcome to episode 23. We are really rolling now. We got, more content now than I can make show because I'm still small enough that, there's no reason for me to make a 2-hour show. I would like to add interviews. I've talked about it before. Interviews would make it a lot more interesting for a longer period of time. So now I'm running into the point where I'm cutting the content into smaller bits to make shows, but they're still longer than they have been. And that's like by an hour or two longer. So it's funny because I was kind of trying to find stuff to make content out of, because when I lived at the rental house, I didn't want to build bigger systems and expand and all that. And so now that I'm at the new house, it's like I'm cooking with motor oil, as they say. This is pretty self-explanatory. Well, maybe not. These two troughs here, you'll see the one under the other, they came from the old house, and I just had them outside forever because they were really heavy with all the stuff in them. And as you can see, I'm emptying them out. I'm taking out all the grow pods and the little grow baskets. Excuse me. It didn't take long, but my neighbor's standing here talking to me. Good guy, loves to talk. Loves to talk. Very good, very nice guy. But anyway, so I've emptied out everything in this portion of the video. It was a really nice day that day. Took advantage of the weather. That was great because it was right as things were getting cold the first time this year, and it was like, oh man, I'm not gonna get outside to do that because it's just gonna be cold and nasty. But this was nice and easy day. I ended up taking it apart way more than I thought I was going to. Actually taking the 3 downspouts out, these PVC pipes that you see sticking up out of the middle there. There was 3 of them. I took them out. I took all the plastic out. I redid all of that, which is really funny because in hindsight, I should have done that at the old house, but I literally thought I could just bring it over and reset it up and be going again. And no, that wasn't going to happen. So, in other words, I stepped over $1 to save a dime, they say. So I did a whole bunch of, I did more work than I needed to in order to save myself less, or work that I couldn't save myself anyway in the long run. It was very annoying, but I got back to it, and here we are now that I have power tools and I could build supports for these, because I didn't want to use the method I had used before. I mean, I was limited on different things. I was limited on width and depth. So this time, you might have seen on last episode where I was putting together, or at least cutting, the wood for the supports. And next episode, I'll be showing you just me putting the supports together and the first trough, the first grow bed here, back on the supports. But my intention is to get both of these grow beds up on supports above my aquarium, and then I'm planning to get the PVC pipe that I had previously that goes behind the grow bed. It also has grow holes. Ooh, excuse me. I'm going to try to cut that out and post, but I'm not great with doing that yet, so you may just have to get a sneeze in the video. Look, last week I misspelled my first name on the title screen, so I mean, Is there anything I won't do? I guess. I mean, I don't know. I wasn't really happy with this video either because I forgot to remove the excess black around the next two clips that are in this video. So little things, little editing things, little, you know, I don't know. I learn things, but also I'm a little bit absent-minded, we'll say. A little bit ADD, as it were. But as you can see, I added some new things. You like it? I mean, somebody's got a comment. Send me a comment. Tell me what you think of my new images, of my new, you know, it's banners, I guess. I don't know what you call them, but it's been fun learning all that kind of stuff, all the production. But you know what sucks is that I can't sit down and just focus on that. I mean, I can, I do at times, but my time's being torn between working on the aquaponics itself and actually putting the videos together. But I think I've learned a few things that I was doing wrong. Namely, for some reason in my head, I didn't want to actually sit down and work on the videos until I was ready to film, like I am now. But that's kind of silly because there's plenty of time that goes into putting the video together before I get to the point where I would even film anyway. So that's what I like, is that I come up with more shortcuts and I figure out things that I was doing wrong before, and a lot of the stuff becomes a lot easier. It's great. Oh my. I did not expect to see that. A little bit of plumber action going on there. Oh man. I did play Luigi for Halloween a couple Halloweens ago. So maybe that's, you know, just a little leftover from that. Gosh. Color me embarrassed. And look at how white I am. Look at how white and just the tan is just stripped away. Excuse me, something in my mouth. But yeah, no, that is rough. I didn't actually watch this. You know, I'm not going to sit down and watch the whole thing when I put it together, but I guess maybe I should. I don't know. I like the funny stuff. I mean, as long as there's not too much crack going on, then we're good. Yeah. Plus, look at how, you know, look, you might not think I'm overweight, but I need to lose a few pounds. We'll put it that way. So here's the next video. Obviously, this is the one about putting the pieces together for the support that I had in mind. And it's actually much simpler than I thought in my head. I thought I was going to have to do all kinds of other things. And, you know, it's like you can't really know how you're going to do it until you do it. And that's because I'm using the repurposed materials, using materials that weren't designed for each other. So you're building something out of, you know, scratch, I guess. Although I'm not, you know, it's not total scratch. There's plenty of materials I purchased for this system. But yeah, look at me, just, oh. I just lost my camera. I'll have to fix it real quick while we record. We can stay recording. You guys can watch this. It's pretty hilarious still, even though I've seen it. Anyway, a little technical issue there. I'm not too worried. I'll get a whole ton of views just yet anyway, but I'm back. Anyway, I'm happy, you know, with what I've been doing. It's fun being on YouTube, but it's not like I'm worried about the clicks. I'm not going after the sensational stuff, you know. I could be putting things in the title that made it pop up to people more, and, you know, the keywords and stuff. I mean, I could do that, and I might start doing that. I might do that naturally by adding better stuff to the show and actually having some of those keywords involved. But at some point, I'm hoping to have humor involved here, not just my, you know, me being an idiot humor. I think there's some things I could add to make the show a little bit better, and it'll get there. I'll get there when I get there. I mean, right now it kind of grows as I grow, no pun intended. But I'm growing and learning in the farm side and aquaponics and the construction. Figuring out how to put those things together, because I could just save up and buy a professional system, that's already everything made to go together and fit together. But to be honest, I mean, I want to be able to figure out how to repurpose materials too. I mean, it's learning to do this will give me skills and all sorts of knowledge on repurposing for anything else. I mean, not just the aquaponics build. So yeah, it's all a win-win-win kind of situation. As I learn more about aquaponics, I want to showcase that on my show, and then I learn more about how to make the show pop a little bit, give you guys a couple of pictures of the idea of aquaponics, or at least what's going on, the science behind it. That like, share, subscribe button. Hey, I need that. If you guys could hit that like button, I'd really appreciate it. Yeah, this is nice. I mean, I figured out that you don't want to hold the screw with your hand. Hey, using the glove, that's a good idea. Thanks, Rob, for thinking about the gloves when we were moving. We thought, hey, these gloves would be good to have, for in case of splinters or whatever. When we were moving my stuff, and then so now it's like, hey, I got these good work gloves. Put them to use. Put them to use. Hey. I'm so serious in these videos, Gotta break it up a little bit, I don't know. I'm pretty relaxed. I don't have any issue talking to you folks out there. I don't know, I'm thinking maybe I should come up with a like a catch thing where it's like, you farmers, hey, all my farmers out there, I don't know. Not a lot of people who do gardening and landscaping, they don't consider themselves farmers, but I think anybody that gets good with nature and gets knowledgeable of how plants like to, feed off of your energy and off of, people talk to plants, plants like music, all of that. Just the knowledge of any plant, how to grow it, gives you a sort of base to learn how to grow other plants. So, I look at anybody as a potential farmer. If you're stuck somewhere and you're you're gonna learn. You're gonna try to forage. You're gonna learn how to grow things. You're gonna want to do that. I think everybody's a farmer. That's probably a good policy to have. We're all farmers, although maybe real farmers might take offense to that. Because as you know, I'm not even a real farmer, but I aspire to be, and that is the plan. And I think there's not going to be any reason to veer off that plan, because there's not many things that I have the knowledge of doing that are worth more in the long run, or the grand scheme of things. So, yeah, I think it's going to be a good skill to have, whether I end up making money at it or becoming commercial in any way. There's a lot of people who are content with just having nice big gardens for themselves, and that's great. I think that's great. I just think that, yes, while I plan to make money at it, I think that it's a good pursuit, because it will help others. I mean, the more food, the easier access to food for anyone close to me on a, outward boundary. Oh, look at that. Oh my gosh, I can't even hold this wood up. Anyway, it'll help out anyone as far away as I can get big enough to grow food for. Because I don't plan to freeze and pack things and ship them, thousands of miles away. Who knows? It might end up happening, but that's not what I plan. I plan to have more of a, eventually, more of a grocery store type of atmosphere that kind of brings people to me for different reasons. You make attractions, and I could go on and on about it. I mean, and that's all down the road. That's all well and good once I've got things like this down. I can't even use a drill that great yet, so but I have ideas for the future. I don't have any. There's no shortage of plans, so I have to focus. But that's all. I mean, it's much better than having, say, unexpected growth and no plan for that, or no idea of what would happen if you did. So sometimes overthinking is good. Sometimes it's not. I can speak from experience. I might as well skip ahead a little bit here because, you guys get the drift. I got some 3-inch deck screws, and these are 2x6s. I went with a 1 foot height, and it's 26 inches wide. That's because each one of my troughs is a foot wide, and I wanted to make sure I had a little bit of room between them. So that's why I did that. And this will turn to the next video here shortly. Oh no, this is when I made the second half of the support. That's okay. We'll just skip a little bit of that. So yeah, you got the 2 supports there. You got the 2x6s that are 6 feet. The other one is a little longer than 6 feet, but I didn't feel the need to cut off the little extra because, why not? It gives me a little extra like shelf space there, sort of. I mean, I leave tools and supplies and things there, equipment. But as you can see right now, I initially thought I could do this just like you see it, where these 2 chairs are holding up the weight. But that did not end up working out. I had to turn the chairs. I don't know if I caught that on video. Let's see. Well, let's find out, shall we? Shall we? Thank you to Derek, an old friend of mine, Derek, who left this drill bit set at my house. I don't know, I want to say years, like it's been forever, but it's been a year or more. So Derek, if you want that back, you'll have to find me. You'll have to find me. No, it's a nice little DeWalt set. I like it. It goes good with my new drill. The new drill only comes with one bit, reversible bit. What else, guys? Look, I have another video already made and ready to film after this, and that's because there was so much footage. So I don't know what to do yet about that. I mean, I can clip some of this stuff up. Some of it, though, isn't really that clippable. And also, the whole point of this show was to show somebody doing the work. I mean, I don't even really like that I had to speed up the film, because a lot of times on YouTube you'll see time lapse or maybe edited film to make it seem like the job was just so fast, and oh well, yeah, I could do that, no problem. Like some of those videos where you see the guy out in the jungle and like he makes a jungle mansion, out of with just his hands and like a stick, in like an hour video or whatever, and it's all time lapsed. Those are awesome. I like them. They're fun. Oh my! I keep hitting this stupid cord. That's all right. We're still here. We're still here. But anyway, they're fun. But man, they make it look easy, don't they? I definitely don't make this video recording look easy. That's okay. I'm having fun, and it's just as much of a learning process as what you see here. Construction, aquaponics, learning how to grow things. I tell you what, though, the marijuana is probably the hardest thing to grow. I don't know, man. It takes a learning curve. There's so many different methods, and everybody has their own little special sauce. But okay, so yeah, I did get this on video. Having to switch the chairs was like, oh man, what am I gonna do? I figured it out though. I think. Like, share, and subscribe, guys. I would appreciate it. I really would. I'd like to see this community grow, no pun intended. Because the bigger it grows, the more knowledge that we all have. I mean, because the more the channel grows, the more incentive I have to get out there and find interviews and find people. For instance, I have a potential client who wants me to help build him an aquaponics system. So if I start doing that for people, I think that would be awesome content. People would learn. I would learn. It's all a win. Something like that. So yeah, look, I just turned the chairs. That was my idea because it was way too high up. So this was just perfect the way this worked out here. And the chair has metal supports, underneath of it, so I don't mean the legs, I mean under the chair. Yeah, working out the distance and everything, but once I do that, which, speaking of which, we'll just skip ahead a little. Well, no, that's the end of the video, guys. I really appreciate it. Please check me out. YouTube, Rumble, everything's right there. Vimeo, Locals, Instagram, Minds, MeWe. I don't know. I might get off of some of these. Some of them kind of suck. I might find new ones. I don't know. But until next time, thank you very much. Peace.